Hey everyone, Kat here. I hope you're doing amazingly well. I have just got back from Fiji, my honeymoon and my wedding in New Zealand. It's really good to be back. And so for those of you that usually show up here pretty regularly and consistently to see this live video, we had a 3-week break. So it's good to be back and I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. I've been working on it for quite some time now, really developing this and making sure it's really super powerful and helpful for you. So if you're taking notes, please grab a document right now, open it up, or grab a notebook and pen and make some notes because this is going to be really helpful. If you are wanting to get more clients from your content and you're not really getting the response that you want and the engagement that you want and the results that you want, there are usually a number of things going on. And what I look at with my clients is the strategy, the actual skill set of what you're doing. We look at mindset issues. We look at the plan. There's a lot of areas that we dive into. But there's this one crucial piece that if I think about it from a long-term perspective, I've seen hundreds of people getting this wrong. I think this is going to be really helpful for you because it's not adding another tactic. It's not another tool or another app or another latest trend that you need to jump on board with. This is something that you can really look at straight away for you in terms of what's missing and start applying it straight away. You don't need to learn another thing for this to make a really big difference for you. So if you're here with me live, please pop a hashtag live into the comments and please do share your ideas, your insights, what's coming up for you as I'm speaking. I always love hearing from you. I always reply to every comment after the video. And if you're watching the replay, hello, thank you for being here. Just pop a hashtag replay and I'd love to hear what you're getting out of this video. So I see so many people who are very diligent in learning. They are showing up to webinars and workshops and courses, and they are super studious and committed and very consistent with their learning because learning is a really high value from them. And I get it because growth is a really high value for me as well. But they aren't getting the results they want. And so what's the difference between someone who is doing a lot of learning and is getting results versus someone who is doing a lot of learning but not actually getting the results that they want? So I really get this because this was me for so long and I still struggle with it. And I've had mentors pull me up on it because I really get it. Information is everywhere. It's so easy to get caught up in learning and consuming more and more and more. And it's so readily available, right? But here's the thing, most people are consuming more than they're creating. And what they're consuming is information focused and not outcome focused. There's a really big difference between learning information and getting outcomes. So a lot of us, myself included, we can get addicted to this learning cycle, looking at other people's marketing, going to workshops, going to webinars, staying up to date with what the latest trends are. And it can feel like growth and it can feed our desire to really want to stay up to date and stay ahead of the game and be in the know. But it can lure us into a false sense of success. And it can have us feeling like we're being productive when we're actually stuck in a loop of consuming rather than creating. Consuming information, marketing, other people's content, rather than creating our own. So the problem is there are plenty of people who know a lot, but they're barely doing anything with what they've learned. It's sitting in notebooks, it's sitting in their phone, it's sitting in somewhere in their computer, and it's not returning a good investment for them, a good return on investment. And it's never actually turning into real results like cash flow and like clients. So if you are getting so caught up consuming everyone else's content that you're not developing your own skill set around content creation, the result is that you can lose your confidence. You can lose your confidence in your ability to create great content. And there are a whole heap of voices out there in the marketplace telling you that you need to be doing this, you're not doing this well enough, you're not doing enough of this, and hey, have you seen this new shiny object over here? And if you don't do this, you're not going to make it in business. So the more we consume, the more we can get some conflicting marketing messages, right? And what happens is that we end up confused. When we're confused and we're thinking, oh, I'm not doing this enough. Oh, I should be on this platform. Oh, I should be jumping on this bandwagon. We get pulled in all these directions and we lose our confidence because we're pulled in all these different directions and we feel like we're doing it all wrong. We're not enough. We're not doing enough. We're not doing what this person is doing. So therefore, what's the point? And so we do lose our confidence. And this is a real problem, because without confidence, no one's going to buy from you. You know, if you're continually inputting more than you're outputting, you can feel a disconnect, because it's like, oh, all these other people are doing awesome things and I'm not enough. If you're not creating to the same level that you're consuming, that's when confidence drops. So most people are over consuming information and not doing most of what they're learning, right? So if you relate to this, I invite you to ask yourself this question: is consuming content producing the level of results that I want? Is consuming content producing the level of results that I want? And for most of us, that's no. And content can come in all sorts of forms, right? Any type of marketing, any type of learning, whether it's books, seminars, webinars, is it giving you the result that's worth that amount of time? I remember a mentor pulled me up on this once, because I am a junkie of learning. And I remember going to this NLP course for 6 days. And it was an awesome course. I loved it. It was really transformative. I had so many breakthroughs, and the course offered lifetime access. So you could keep repeating that same program. And so I did. I went the second time. Amazing. Loved it. Got more breakthroughs, deeper layers of learning. Now, I am really into deep layers of learning. Go deeper, learn more, see it from a different lens. I often talk about how it's almost like you see the same view, but you're going up the mountain. So you grow, you evolve, and you go and repeat that same education, and you see it from a different lens. So I am really into layered learning, but there comes a point where all of that time invested, you have to ask yourself, is this the best use of my time? Or could that 6 days actually be spent producing? If I sat in a room for 8 hours or however long the course was, that is a lot of time. That is like 68 hours of production that I could do. But instead, I kept showing up and learning and learning and learning. I did that course 7 times, that 6-day course 7 times. And it probably got to a point where it was still good. I still enjoyed it, but was I really learning that much? And so I remember a mentor and friend actually said to me, have you ever thought of just taking that time out from your business and actually applying what you're learning? And I had all the excuses in the world, you know how we do, and I didn't want to hear it. But over time, it started challenging me, and I realized that it was actually a procrastination technique. So yes, to layered learning, but when you get to a point where you think, am I just using it as a distraction? Am I using it as a way to avoid doing the hard stuff? Now, I know that doing consistent, productive action that actually gets you cash flow and clients, of course, it's not easy, right? It's not always easy. And this is why I focus so heavily on action when I work with people. We don't just sit around learning theory. We create, we implement, we build together. We build funnels, we build resources, we build courses, we build landing pages, we build web pages, we build sales emails, we create pieces of content. That's what we do together. Because when you're creating rather than just consuming, you become more confident in your ability to create. You stop getting caught up in all of the noise, all of the conflicting advice. And when we're confused, when we're getting all that conflicting advice, we stop really loving our work. And here's the missing piece. Here's what I want to talk about. The conviction. The missing piece in your marketing is conviction. Because when you lose your confidence, you lose your conviction in what you're saying. And when I look at people's marketing, which I do every single day, I look at people's marketing, I look at what my clients are doing. The missing piece that I see more than anything is conviction. Because without conviction, there's no trust. Your audience doesn't trust you. If you don't have conviction that you are the person that can get that person results, you have belief in your ability to get them results. That builds trust. Without trust, there's no clients. And conviction is something that you need to build yourself. It's not out there. It's not a tactic, a tool, a trend. It's something you build yourself. It comes from doing. It actually comes from competence. This is important. Conviction comes from competence. So what's missing is that conviction that you can actually change someone's life. When you have conviction that you're the person that can help someone transform, you have conviction in your marketing, and you're not consuming to a level that's disproportionate to that creation, because the creation builds the competence. Because the answers aren't just out there somewhere. You know, if you keep searching for the new thing, the latest thing, what's the missing piece? You'll just keep going round and round in that cycle. But the thing you're missing, that conviction, comes only by you cultivating your competence and becoming better, improving your skill set, right? So the missing piece, conviction, the solution, become competent at marketing. And most coaches I speak to aren't very competent when it comes to marketing, and content is such a big part of your marketing. So in order for you to get results, get more clients, get more cash flow, it's not enough to learn more, to go to more trainings. It's about developing your competence. And conviction is that rock solid confidence in what you're saying. And it's at the heart of everything that you do. If you don't believe in what you're saying, why should anyone else? You know, if you're a little bit unsure, uncertain in the way that you show up, that can stop them from engaging with you or investing in you. So we want to start with that deep, unshakable confidence in what you do, which comes from confidence. So knowledge is great, but it doesn't create confidence. So you get competence by producing more, not studying more. And every piece of content that you create is your chance to develop your confidence, to develop your competence, to clarify your message, to refine your voice, to strengthen your conviction. Now, I get it. You know, being able to create consistently can feel overwhelming. It can feel daunting, especially if you have a fear of being judged or a fear of criticism. But the goal is to build your competence, which comes from consistently creating content. So this is why in all my programs and everything that we do, we create, we take action. My clients don't just learn, they do. So if you're ready to move from consuming to creating more, if you want to develop that conviction that comes from competence that draws clients to you, I invite you to consider competence as your next step, building your ability to create content that actually gets responses, that actually has people reaching out to you. Imagine, you know, where you could be even in a month from now, in 6 months from now, if you start consistently developing that competence in your content creation. The challenge is it's hard to do on your own. Breaking that addiction to consuming and pouring that energy into creating, it can be tough. And that's why I work so closely with people to help them to build their competency. We focus on developing that skill set. And that comes from a high level of support. And that's why I always include a high level of support with everything I do. With every workshop I run, I'm there with you. I'm helping you. I'm guiding you. I'm giving you input. I'm holding your hand every step of the way. And if you don't have that kind of high level of support to develop your competency, it's really hard to develop the skill on your own. It's a whole skill set that most coaches are missing. And you don't end up getting the results you want, the people reaching out to you, the clients that you want. And that can be super discouraging. I see this happening for so many people, and it's just a skill gap, and anyone can learn the skill. And when you learn it and you apply it consistently, that's when your competence grows, your confidence grows, and your conviction grows. So are you spending too much time trying to figure it out on your own and consuming too much? Or even if you're in programs, are you feeling stuck and you're still not getting the results you want? If you want some expert support to help you develop that competency, so you stop second guessing, so you stop overthinking everything you do, so you start producing and creating, becoming more competent, that's what I can help you with. If you want to get high quality coaching clients, you need to develop the skill set, the competency. To be able to sit down and know how to create really rock solid content. So if you want to make a bigger impact in people's lives, if you want to make more money, if you want your business to grow and flourish, then competency is the key. So I know a lot of you, it's just a missing piece that you can develop, that anyone can develop. And when you do, things can turn around really quickly for you. I know a lot of you want some help with this. You want some support. You need support to develop your competency. So there are a couple of ways you can get support. Firstly, excuse me, the year's coming to an end, right? And you might still have some goals that you haven't achieved this year. And you might not have made the progress that you've really hoped that you would make by now. So rather than just saying, oh, I'll just wait till next year, if you want to end the year feeling proud of yourself, feeling strong, feeling like you've really achieved something, and that all that learning that you've done can actually be turned into cash flow and turned into clients, then I have a special offer for you. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I have a early Black Friday special offer. It's the first time I've ever offered this. It's a really limited offer. If you want to work with me one-on-one, it's only for a few people. It's a short, intensive period to get things done and get results fast. So if that's something that you want, you'll get private coaching with me. We'll work closely together and we'll create a clear pathway for you to achieve your goals. I'll build a personalized marketing plan for you and help you to know exactly how to outwork it. And I'll also give you my personally handpicked resources for your marketing to make sure that you are armed with everything you need to get results. Secondly, you are invited to join us at our Inner Circle content retreat. So I'm getting our Inner Circle together this month on Zoom for a VIP content retreat. So we're going to be creating compelling content together. It's normally a members only event, but I'm opening up just for a few select women coaches who want support to get more clients. My clients consistently tell me how transformative these events are. It's a time to come together, actually get it done. We're not just learning. We're definitely not sitting around learning more tactics and theory. No way. We're actually doing the work. It's structured, it's guided. I show you exactly what to do. You just show up and follow it. So if you are a woman coach and you haven't come to one of our retreats before as a guest, then I have some free guest passes. So if you want to develop your content competency so that you can develop that crucial conviction, then you're invited. So if you're interested, just type the word retreat in the comments and I'll send you the details of the retreat. If you're interested in the one-on-one intensive support, I'm going to be sharing this with my email list as well. But if you want to get in soon and get one of those few places that I'm offering one-on-one, I only have a couple of spaces for that. Type the word intensive in the comments. So if you're interested in coming to our content retreat and you want to get a free guest pass, pop the word retreat. If you're interested in the special Black Friday offer that I'm doing for one-on-one intensive, just type the word intensive in the comments and I will help you get some results very quickly. So I hope this has been really helpful for you. Just a quick refresher of what we've covered today. What the missing gap for most people in their marketing is conviction, and conviction comes from competence. So I hope that's been really valuable for you. Please pop a comment and let me know what stood out for you, what was helpful, what came up for you during this video. I'd love to hear from you. Please like this and share it if it's been helpful for you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Big love. Keep showing up, keep sharing, keep shining. The world is waiting for your words. Take care, my friends.